Stephanie Montero again from the Layland Museum in Cleburne, Texas, here to talk a little bit about an artifact, or actually several artifacts in our collection. Today, since it's so hot outside, I thought it would be fun to talk about back when most of Texas was actually underwater, under the sea. So we're going to talk about our Ammonite fossils. These are Ammonites. See that really pretty spiral shape? And then you see those lines, those are chambers within the shell, and here is a larger Ammonite. Ammonites actually lived in Texas from about 145 million years ago to 65 million years ago. So in the times of the dinosaurs, they actually lived, and you can find Ammonite fossils all over the world, and they're very, very collectible. People prize them because they're such a pretty, interesting shape. The Ammonite was a cephalopod, which means that they were an ancestor of, say, the squid and the octopus. Looking at the shell, it's a little hard to see that, but if you look at the illustration over here, it makes it a little bit clearer with all the tentacles and everything. The Ammonite, as you can see, lived in its shell. The shell is an exoskeleton, so in other words, the skeleton is on the outside rather than on the inside of the body like ours. However, like our bones, it did grow. It does grow with its occupant as it grows and ages. So as the Ammonite would grow and get larger, the shell would actually grow another chamber. So these lines mark separate chambers within the shell. And they would move into the newest, largest chamber that would be on the outside of the spiral. Then all of those other chambers would be empty, which meant that those chambers could be filled with water or gas that would allow the shell and the entire creature, the Ammonite, to move up and down in the water. That's the way that he could really move around. And basically his flotation device. So they're pretty fascinating creatures. They were like squid and octopus, they were carnivores, so they were meat eaters. They would eat smaller creatures. You can still find Ammonite fossils pretty much anywhere, but particularly here in the Cleburne and Johnson County area. A lot of them are very small, but there's some variety there. So if you do manage to find one, or if you have found one and always wondered what it was, by all means you should keep and cherish them. They are really fascinating creatures and beautiful, beautiful fossils. So I hope that if you have one or do find one, that you really enjoy them. Anyway, we will be back next Thursday, back to Thursdays next week, for another live video. And thank you very much for joining us.